Can I see me? I can see me according to this, so. Alright, today is July 21st. I will be 62 years old in 10 more days. I started doing these when I was like 58, I think, was when I said in the very beginning, when I very first started doing these, when I got laid off for COVID, I said I wanted to get my teeth fixed and I was going to teach myself to paddleboard in that ocean. And I have done those things, so. Right? And I found out today, so I've been documenting these things at work, right? And I kind of think, okay, maybe I'm a little insane, maybe I'm a little nuts, right? And I think today I pretty much found confirmation that I'm not. There's another person I work with who actually has put in their notice. They're like, yeah, we were kind of talking. I didn't bring it up, these things, but the person said to me something happened to them similar to what happened to me, and they said, yeah, it felt a little intentional. It felt like kind of targeted. And I said, yeah, I understand that feeling, you know. So I mean, it's happening, right? It's not just me. And the other person is similar to me in that they are similar to me in that they're what's a word for us? Well, I always say eccentric, you know, we're eccentric. And it's like, and that person is eccentric as well, and therefore that person has been a target, right? And it's like, those things are wrong. And anyway, so today we got to work. I actually videotaped it. I should upload it. We got to work at 5 o'clock this morning, and someone showed up to let us in at 6. So I think there was 5 of us out there, and I was just like talking to this other person, and we're both like, who normally wouldn't even work at 5 o'clock in the morning, but got scheduled out of nowhere to be there. And it's like, yeah, that felt, yeah, it was like, anyway, so it's good for me to like, in my lifetime, as well as a lot of people's lifetimes, right? Because of the whole, the culture where we're being gaslit. Like, this isn't something new. My son, I'm always saying, you know, things now are like really out of hand, and my son always corrects me in that, oh, it's always been this way. Okay, fine, it's always freaking been this way, and now I'm finally seeing it, which is true. I mean, I think I've spent my life being gaslit by people, especially people in positions of authority, right? So I agree that it has been going on a long time. It's just a lot more blatant. I mean, the things that are happening right now are not even in the realm of things that I thought were going to be possible in my lifetime. Like the fact that we have a convicted rapist in the Oval Office, that we have convicted pedophiles in our government. Not even convicted, let me rephrase that. They aren't convicted, well, because, well, that's not true. I don't even know. Are they? You know, what about Matt Gaetz isn't in government anymore, right? But the thing about it is there are people that we know are part of a pedophile ring that are in high places in our government. And that is not something that I ever in my lifetime thought that I would experience, right? And so I'm trying really hard just to be okay in my little world, but the gaslighting, because of the fact that the gaslighting has become so commonplace, because it's happening so in front of our faces. I mean, literally people believe that the sky is fucking black when it's daylight out, you know, because the guy goes, okay, purple, let me think of another color, you know, sometimes it gets purple too, whatever, green, you know, what color does this guy not get, you know? Anyway, I mean, it's like people are believing that, like right now, I was just looking on my YouTube thing, not only are we having issues now with the Strait of Hormuz, but there's another, where was it? The Red Sea is being blocked now, too, right? It's like, we're going to be hurting really bad. And it's like, and I right now am working in retail, right? And like, they're pushing credit, push credit. And it's like, I feel, and everyone tells, well, not everyone, the one person that I say something to about it mostly dismisses what I think. about the fact that I feel like we're a fucking social experiment. You know, I feel like at work, they're telling me, oh, they don't listen to you. It's against the law. Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay. Like they're afraid of breaking the law. They'll just pay the fines. I don't even know if I'm streaming right now. I'm gonna check. Or if I'm recording or what. Hi, Odin. How are you? My dog Walter wants me to be playing with him, I'm sure. Let me see. Go to me. I am live. Okay, good. Go to me. I am live. Okay, go. Now I need to close out of that. Okay. Anyway. So, and then these guys like Morning Joe. So this is something I also said. Look at this. It looks like the freaking National Enquirer Trump plot exposed. It's the same people. Like it. I don't know. I feel like a lot of this stuff of my feed is coming through. Like this one's from CNN, MSN Now. What's Hook Global? Or Romantica Vlog. What is that even? You know what I mean? Oh, it's jumping. Well, you can't see it anyway because I'm... Trump plot exposed. This is all dumb. I'm gonna go throw my dog toy real quick. My screen is glitching for some reason. My YouTube is glitching. I don't know if it's my mouse or what. Can't see though. Well, can you? Hold on. Yeah, see, you can tell it's glitching. So, oh, it's making my eyes hurt. Today we're doing markdowns at work, putting stuff on clearance, and it's like my eyes from just like scan. My eyes are stinging so bad. And it's boring AF. I'm making up a story, though, about Giselle and the Dust Bunnies. They come alive. It's going to be about the overabundance of this world and what we're doing to ourselves. Like, the fact that, like, I'm doing this to pay my bills. I need to have a job, and I really don't mind working there. Like, I'm not under a lot of stress, and I'm not trying to help people that I can't help because they're like, oh, give you a job helping people and then we're going to tie your hands and then get mad at you if you speak up. So you're just supposed to do the best you can with nothing and tell people, sorry, I have nothing for you. Anyway, I know that we say we offer all this help, but I'll give you the link to a website and you can figure it out. Chances are there's nothing there for you, though, because they're taking help away from everyone so that they can fight this stupid fucking war, and now they're closing down the Red Sea, too, so everything's going to be more expensive. I don't know what comes through the Red Sea. What comes through the Red Sea? Let's see what this says. Hold on. I'm going to make myself small. Let's see, do I have earbuds? Let's see what this says. This is an hour ago.
There's another new development that could be rattling global markets, especially oil markets, even more. Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen have now declared their own naval blockade, they say, against Saudi Arabia in the Bab el-Mandab Strait in the Red Sea. That's another critical international shipping channel and oil route. And also, there's new reporting just in today that the Houthis have begun broadcasting messages warning Saudi ships to stop traveling in the Red Sea. Joining me right now is retired Army Major General James Spider Marks. He's the head of geopolitical strategy for Academy Securities. It's good to see you, Spider. Let's talk about this. I mean, the Houthis now threatening the Bab el-Mandab Strait, declaring this blockade on Saudi ships from passing through. If this really does go into effect, if we now have a second major shipping channel that is threatened and thus, there will be disruption to it, what does that mean for the United States if this becomes a new front of this war?
Well, it's been a front in the engagement with the Houthis in the past, as we realize. Also, bear in mind the Saudis, over the course of about a decade, tried to eliminate the Houthis without success. Many would say it's difficult to try to bomb an organization back into the 14th century when they're already in the 14th century. So the Houthis have had an opportunity to really establish themselves over time. They've been quiet, as you know, over the past 4 or 5 months as a result of Epic Fury and their ability to stay in touch with Tehran, which is their primary lifeline for support, has been minimized as well. What this tells you is that they've been hunkering down, they have capacity, and they are now going to reach up and turn up the heat, obviously. The concern truly is, do they have the capacity to do that? Can the Houthis close the Bab el-Mandeb? Well, they've done it in the past, but it's been opened again because of the efforts.
So it's just more people drawn into this fucking war is all. World War III, they're, everything that they say is like telling on themselves. We all know this. We've all talked about this. Everybody that is sane knows that whatever he says is what he's like saying. Hillary Clinton's going to start World War III. No, you are, my friend, not my friend, but Donald Trump. Mr. Trump, Mr. President Trump. Everything he says is telling on himself, you know? It's like the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, you know? It's like anyone that still doesn't believe that he's trying to hide shit that he's done just blows me away. People that compare Melania to Michelle Obama, I mean, one was a hooker and the other is a graduate from Harvard or somewhere, I don't know, Yale, some freaking great school, and one was a hooker. There's a difference there. I mean, I'm not saying either one's bad. Well, I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but I'm going to say there's a difference and they're not comparable, right? So, you know, I'm not going to judge anybody for doing what they have to do to live. And if that includes selling yourself to that, I guess. Yeah, he's gross. I'm not sure why I'm streaming, just because I'm bored. I still want my mom to come here. We'll be going in next week. Hopefully my mom will come. We will see. It's going to be different having somebody here. I think it'll be good, but I don't know. It might drive me crazy too. I've been alone a long time. I mean, I lived with Violet a little bit for about a month, and it was okay. So, we'll see. I mean, they say that Trump is on a losing streak, but it's like, what are we hearing on Fox News? I'm going to go to Fox. Let's see what they're saying. Oh, he's such a icky, gross, disgusting human being. Let's see what he says.
To his trade wars, to his global health cuts. All to help our families back home who are suffering because of those decisions. And that is what we should be focused on, helping people. Because as Senator Padilla and others on both sides of the aisle will tell us shortly, there are urgent domestic needs that we should be addressing instead of sending more money for Trump to drop bombs overseas. Priorities like disaster relief for our communities that have been ravaged by the
okay, I don't want to listen to that.
Taking action to lower families' costs. You know what's a crisis right now? The fact that there are families I hear from back home who are working full-time and still being forced to decide whether to skip meals so they finally can buy their kids a pair of shoes. You know what's a crisis? The fact that hospitals are shutting down and kids are going hungry because of Republicans' cuts. Instead of bankrolling the president's war or sending ICE $70 billion, my colleagues on the other side of the aisle could work with us to quadruple our investments to cure cancer or help families afford childcare or help them afford to cool their homes. Those are policy choices. And Republican leadership has chosen to focus on funding war and ICE endlessly without a single cent for our American families. So let me close with this. This president says we can't afford health care. We can't afford childcare. We can't afford housing. But somehow we can always afford another war. No price tag on that. Families in Washington state are skipping doctor's visits so they can afford groceries. Trump wants Congress to cut him a blank check for a war that no one supports. The American people entrust us to spend their taxpayer dollars strategically and thoughtfully. This is a huge responsibility, so let me be clear. I'm ready to work with my colleagues in a bipartisan way, as always, to address the needs of our nation and the American people. But I hope we can have real conversations about why there seems to always be money for Trump's wars, but never money for the families back home who are desperate for a little relief. So I look forward to today's discussion. Thank you.
I
Good luck
will
with that.
now introduce our first panel of witnesses. Today we're going to be
She shouldn't even be there. That woman does not belong there. Like, she is part of the reason we are in this fucking mess. Her. So, I gotta go to the bathroom now.
hearing first from our colleagues, Senator
Walter.
Mike
I'll be right
Rounds
there.
of South Dakota, Senator Ted Budd of North Carolina, and Senator Alex Padilla of California. I welcome all of you, and Senator Rounds will begin with you first.
Chair Collins, Vice Chair Murray, and members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to highlight why food security and national security go hand in hand. I'd also like to thank the Trump administration for recognizing that input pressures have made it more difficult for American farmers to support their own operations. In South Dakota, farming and ranching is more than a job. It's a way of life built on hard work, stewardship, and the hope of leaving the land better for the next generation. Feeding and fueling the world has never been easy. Producers continue showing up year after year, despite drought, floods, disease, pests, volatile markets, and other challenges beyond their control. This supplemental funding request comes at a critical time. Farmers and ranchers are facing production costs that exceed market returns. Higher fertilizer, diesel fuel, seed, equipment, and crop protection costs,
o'clock in the morning.
coupled with
I'm tired already.
retaliatory
What time is it? It's
practices
not even
and
noon. Oh, it is
continued
noon.
market
Good.
uncertainty, have put enormous financial pressure on producers. Specifically, the projected loss per acre across the country in 2026 for corn is $131. For cotton, $342. For wheat, $114. And for soybeans, $80. While we work to strengthen America's ability to produce more of what we need here at home and reduce reliance on foreign supply chains, Congress
What?
should
Somebody said
provide
Trump is
stability
finally doing
so
what should have been
producers
done
can
decades
remain in
ago.
business and continue producing the best food and fuel in the world.
Trump sold a
Today's
party for
threats
cash.
extend well beyond weather and markets. Foreign adversaries, cyber threats, industry consolidation, arbitrary standards, and
You can't
unfair
argue
trade
with a
practices
Democrat. There's no.
impact
I'm
farmers'
not a
ability to
Democrat,
produce
so.
food, fiber,
Oops.
and fuel. Food security, energy security, and national security are connected. We also have an opportunity to strengthen both agriculture and energy security by permanently authorizing voluntary access to nationwide year-round sales of E15, giving consumers the option to choose a higher ethanol blend would increase domestic fuel production, expand markets for corn growers, reduce reliance on foreign energy
Right,
sources.
I'm not watching this. I mean, actually, I need to go play with my dogs. I don't even know why I'm streaming, just because I was bored and lonely, but whatever. Talking to the computer. Once my mom comes, I plan on going. I have this week, speaking of which, being bored and lonely, I need to find my, I'm going to go to the beach on Thursday morning. It's supposed to be nice, so I'm gonna go paddleboarding. I got a new pair of wet pants bottoms, wetsuit bottoms. They're 3mm. They're quite a bit thicker than the ones I have, so I thought the ones I had were 2, but they're only 1. So, but I will get a video and load another video. I want to get one of me dancing somewhere, so I'm gonna go somewhere and dance and set up the video. Wonder, because if I go early enough, then I can do that without there being people. I think the tide is going to be, hold on, let me find out what's going to happen with the tide. Let me move this over here. Did I turn that off? Am I talking to at the same time? Is that, did I stopped it right? Okay. What am I looking for? The tide on Thursday. Tide and time chart on Thursday. Thursday, here we go. Whoops, there we go. Thursday. So, I mean, it's going up until I wonder if I'll be able to get into, I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand what any of this means. I need to know what it means. Anyway, I'm gonna go in the morning and then, oh wait, if I go at like this time, it's going down until 3. So if I go here, it's going up and then down. I don't know if I'm gonna paddleboard or go dancing. I have to decide. It depends on what time I go. I might do both though, because I can go dancing in the afternoon. I can paddleboard in the morning while the tide is coming in. Then I can dance in the afternoon when the tide is going out. So that's what I will do. Because if I get there like 10, that gives me a half hour or an hour to paddleboard. And then that's what I'm doing. Look at this. I got, can you even see my thing? Yeah, look. I got an advertisement because I can afford a vehicle. It's so funny. The other day, oh my god, I keep getting these fucking ads on TV. Are pissing me off. But the other day, I was looking at, because I want to get a kayak too. Because I want to go out, like I want to fight the wind. You know, I want to go out when it's windy and I want to paddle, but I want something, I think I want a kayak for that, not a paddleboard, right? And so I was looking up kayaks the other day, and those foldable kayaks came up, and now I've been seeing commercials on my television for them. Pretty solid. Now, when I'm watching Ink Masters, I keep getting videos for burial insurance. And these commercials are the fucking worst. My dog, hold on. What are you barking at, Odin? Hold on, Walter. I'm drinking coffee juice too, not alcohol. I'm still sober. Yay. Odin. Odin. I need to find my... There it is. I need to make sure my GoPro is charged. The thing is I don't know. I think it only goes for like an hour. So that's not very long. But I can charge it. I can charge it while I'm... Because I'll be going from one beach to another. So I can charge it there. Because I only need it for a minute when I'm dancing. But I need to have my backpack. I need to make sure I take it. What's been happening is I've been leaving the house like quickly, not planning. And I've been... like all of a sudden I'm like, I'm just going to the beach, and I'll leave the house, like, and I'll get there and realize I don't even have the right damn shoes on, you know. It's like, and half of my stuff is here, so I don't want to leave these things in my vehicle because that's not safe. But I need to remember to take them on Thursday, so I need to not go fast. Anyway, I don't know why I'm moving it around. Anyway, Thursday, it looks like it's going to be a good day. So I am going to go in the morning, and I'm going to paddleboard and get a video. And then in the well, not even afternoon, still in the morning, I'm going to dance. Then I'm going to come home and I'm going to upload it. And see, I'm going to try to dance a dance and see if I've actually made any improvement. I mean, I have to have made some improvement, right? I feel like when I'm in the zone, I feel like I don't think I've gotten myself on video when I'm really in the zone. You know what I mean? And it's hard when you're like, I don't know. It's just hard. I don't know if it'll be any easier with my mom or not, because I can set her with my stuff and she can just sit there with my stuff, and if I go up and down the beach, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Everything is still stupid. I was really glad because I said I was documenting this stuff at work, and I started thinking maybe it was my imagination, because I said something about it the other day. Like I said to my boss, I said, this is getting really annoying. Like, I had been left outside a couple of times. Like, yeah. And so I said something. I said, this is triggering me. It feels intentional that these people are doing these things, you know. And then the same person that was doing that to me targeted somebody else who actually ended up quitting. He's the kid that I was talking to today, who was a lot like me. But the person that was, there's a couple of them, right? And the thing is it's like I've said this, and it's so unfortunate that people don't grow up. I'm just like, I mean, we're not in high school anymore, you know, wouldn't you? And it's so funny that these people are the same ones that are like, oh, leave your home problems at home, and then they come to work and they're just dicks because they can be, you know. It's like, okay, cool, leave your dick personality at home, you know. So I don't know, it's dumb. Anyway, I said something to my boss about it, who in turn said something to the people that I said something to her about. And then so the one comes to me today and it's like, oh no, I really like you. I always say, and it's like, I know she doesn't. No, she doesn't. You know, it's like she's blowing smoke up my ass. Yeah, okay, you say you like me. I know you don't like me, and I don't care if you like me. But don't fucking target me. You don't have to like me, but don't fuck with me, right? It's like, I don't care if they like me, but they fuck with me. Which is why this other person quit, because they were doing it to him too. So I was right. I always am when it happens. And it's funny, and then somebody else will validate it, and I'll be like, see, I knew it. I knew I wasn't crazy. Well, that's not true. I'm kind of crazy. But the things that I'm right about. So, I don't know. Anyway, everything's stupid. Trump's blowing the world up. I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully my mom will come here. I'm going to keep singing and dancing. I think I'm going to start writing. This is my dog. Odin, dude. dog wants me to play with him. My dog wants me to play with him. Alright, ooh, that's kind of a cool glass. See, look at this. They know how to target me. Oops, that is not what I'm looking for. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Everything's stupid. First, I'm gonna do this. Well, I don't have time. I need to play with Walter. I'm gonna go out and play with Walter. But on Thursday, I am going to go to the ocean and I'm going to get some recording and I'm going to upload it. And when I do that, I will go live and talk about how stupid everything is and hope that it is better. Hardy heart. Look at that glass. See, they know how to target me. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I'm gonna go. Everything's dumb. I am moving forward with strength and hope, knowing that I am the creator of all things in my life, both positive and negative. And I am focusing on the positive and releasing the negative. Moving forward, baby. Peace out. I'm gonna stop. I have a headache. Okay.